Good morning and welcome to year number 4 of Pitt to the Point. I'm Marissa Campbell.
And I'm Morgan Wilfong. Pitt to the Point is your weekly 1-hour news and magazine program that airs live from the state-of-the-art Pitt Studios.
Pitt to the Point covers everything from the University of Pittsburgh to the City of Pittsburgh, as well as national and international events, news, people, and stories.
We're back with your favorite segments such as Alumni Spotlight and Clubbing at Pitt, which showcases one of our amazing student-run clubs here.
We'll feature stories from our incredible University of Pittsburgh regional campuses, and Crossing Over at Pitt is back to show you how different departments at Pitt collaborate on the most innovative teaching in the country.
We have some new segments too. MVP, Most Valuable Professor features, and you'll love our Pitt in the Wild features.
And we'll be joined live by our affiliate college and high school partners and their student anchors who will tell you what's going on in their schools and their communities. Now, we're statewide from Pittsburgh to Lancaster to Philadelphia.
And of course, we'll continue to bring you the most up-to-date news from the world of politics, sports, medicine, and entertainment in the City of Pittsburgh and at the University of Pittsburgh.
The City of Pittsburgh is fortunate when it comes to technology and engineering. In fact, Pittsburgh has become a well-known technology hub in artificial intelligence, robotics, and autonomous vehicles, to name a few things.
The city has also attracted tech giants like Google, Uber, and Facebook alongside a growing startup scene. But unlike Pittsburgh, there are quite a few other countries and cities that rely on others to bring technology to them.
Our Pitt to the Point business and technology reporter Jacob Gordon has more on a city that has greatly benefited from Pittsburgh know-how. Jacob.
The University of Pittsburgh Swanson School of Engineering changes lives. As of the 2025 edition of the U.S. News & World Report's Best Colleges rankings, the Swanson School of Engineering is ranked 47th among engineering schools nationwide. More specifically, Swanson's industrial/manufacturing engineering is ranked 17th nationally, and its bioengineering/biomedical engineering is ranked 28th nationally. The lives that the Swanson School of Engineering is changing are not limited to the students enrolled in the school. Our Clubbing at Pitt feature explains more.
Engineers Without Borders at Pitt is an engineering service organization that helps design sustainable engineering projects in 3 regions of the world. They have a project in Tambanal, Ayaloma, Ecuador, another in Cariana, Bolivia, and a local project that is currently partnering with Plant to Plate, another student organization that helps bring fresh produce to the community. Having 3 projects is something that most collegiate EWB chapters are not able to do.
Yeah, so one of the reasons we're able to do that is because we have so many members. When I first got here freshman year, we had probably 40 total members. We have probably close to people who come at least twice a semester, probably close to 150 people now. So we didn't even know that this was something that was, unique to our school's club.
Both international projects are sanitation-based. The Ecuador project focuses on access to clean water, while Bolivia focuses on access to suitable sanitary amenities.
Our project in Bolivia is a sanitation project. So we have built 55 latrines as of last November. The work we're doing here actively affects them as we do it.
Much as it is a learning process, we also have to make sure that we are not learning at the expense of our partnered community. And so a lot of the planning you see here is to ensure that.
Many students get the opportunity to travel to these locations and not only work on the projects they have planned here at Pitt, but also get to interact with locals in their communities.
Yeah, that was definitely the coolest thing I've ever done in my life.
That was probably one of the most rewarding experiences I've been on so far. Just traveling to that community was unlike any other experience I've ever had.
And immersing yourself in it really changes those perceptions. And that was a really wonderful experience. The changes I can make actually are meaningful.
I think the main thing about EWB is a lot of people see it as a resume builder and okay, we're working on a project, we're done. I think it's important to understand that it affects a whole community.
I think that the main goal of what we're doing is not for ourselves. It is really awesome to feel like we are part of something that has a larger impact.
I think Engineers Without Borders is one of the few service organizations that truly want to make a relationship with the places that they're helping.
To learn more about this incredible organization and to help with their cause, visit pittewb.org.
The Engineers Without Borders feature was produced by Nico Pettini as part of a project in Pitt's Human Interest for Broadcasting class. And if you would like to find out more on Engineers Without Borders, you can go to news.engineering.pitt.edu. For Pitt to the Point, I'm business and tech reporter Jacob Gore. Morgan, Risa.
So Jacob, we were wondering, what do you see as being a big reason why the people in the Swanson School are so successful?
It's the opportunities that they're given, really. I mean, the fact that they're able to be sent, across the world to help people is really fantastic stuff. And for a lot of these people, it's preparing them for what they're going to do after college.
Yeah, thank you so much, Jacob. As much as there is a political divide when it comes to numerous issues these days, there's one thing we can all agree upon. Politicians are supposed to help their respective communities.
In Pittsburgh, economic growth and development have not always been easy, but local politicians continue to work toward providing better resources for residents. Our Pitt to the Point political reporter Doron Lowenberg has more on one such effort. Doron.
The City of Pittsburgh has 90 distinct neighborhoods within its limits. These neighborhoods each have their own unique character, history, and identity, contributing to Pittsburgh's diverse community landscape. One of the city's most well-known neighborhoods is Hazelwood. Located in the southeastern part of the city, alongside the Monongahela River, Hazelwood was once a thriving hub for the steel industry. In recent years, Hazelwood has undergone significant redevelopment, especially with the Hazelwood Green project, which aims to transform former industrial land into a center for innovation, sustainability, and community engagement. This provided the University of Pittsburgh with a golden opportunity to partner with Hazelwood for a fabulous cause.
The university is excited to share a new biomanufacturing facility called BioForge, transforming not only Pittsburgh, but also Hazelwood.
We're the first community members of Hazelwood to get a chance to sign one of the beams that they're building down there.
I'm gonna welcome up Dr. Ken Gabriel. Ken is gonna oversee the design, construction, and eventual operations and productivity of the center.
The basic idea of precision biologic medicines is that the best therapy for you, the best medicine for you, is you. What BioForge is going to do is close that gap between where these technologies get to in a laboratory and where they need to be so that we can get it out to everyone equitably and as fast as possible.
We will make our way physically onto the construction site where we consign the beam. The beam is actually going to be placed in the building at a spot where you can see the signatures.
Unfortunately, a lot of people moved out of Hazelwood. I'm glad to see something going on. Besides jobs, it's practical. It gives you a little bit more pride in the area.
Today was all about the community, honoring the history, celebrating the future, and coming together for a really amazing construction milestone.
A special thanks to the University of Pittsburgh Communications Department for providing us with that wonderful feature. Just as Hazelwood is blessed to have the University of Pittsburgh as a partner, we are really fortunate here at Pitt to the Point to have Pitt's Communication Department as a partner and as mentors to this show.
Thanks, Doron. So what do you think of this partnership between Pitt and Hazelwood?
I think it's wonderful. The Hazelwood community members seem very excited about the project, and it's always nice to see old industrial land being remodeled and revamped into something that is sustainable and will help the community out in the long run. Morgan, Risa?
Thanks, Doron. It's time to pay a visit to the zoo. Not the one with lions, tigers, and bears. This zoo is much more wild.
In the film industry, being seen is a requirement. Bet you didn't know Pitt's Scene is setting film students up to get in it.
And as they said in the theme song to Cheers, sometimes you want to go where everybody knows your name and they're always glad you came. When we come back, we'll show you where that place is on the Pitt campus.
motion to the wind. Know you're capable.
There's possible.
The University of Pittsburgh.
And then there's our kind of possible. The kind that changes the face of medicine, tech, and learning.
Might have been called a miracle.
Because when we say it's possible at Pitt, we mean it. And the proof is in the people. Like Rachel Fairbanks, our top of the class and top of the game athlete of the year, who's serving nothing but excellence. Fulbrights, we're full of them. From BB to Jasmine to the next 250, including 10 in the past year alone.
It's really part of that bolstering of our global reputation.
Possible lives inside everyone at Pitt, from every corner of every campus. Like the McGowan Institute, where they are rethinking, researching, and completely revolutionizing how the body heals through a novel approach to regenerative medicine. All led by visionaries like Dr. Chandan Sen.
You can generate tissue types without using stem cells. And now we know that it's possible. That will completely change the paradigm of healthcare.
Our kind of possible paves the way through selfless action and giving.
We all come together with a shared goal of giving today to transform tomorrow.
Ever see 11,000 Proud fuel this much opportunity in 24 hours? We have, and you're about to see it too, in the progress all around you, as our people continue to bring our vision and our promise to life, in newer, bigger, and bolder ways. It's possible at Pitt.
There is no patent. Could you patent the sun?
Welcome to the Pitt News, the University of Pittsburgh's daily student newspaper. Through the collaboration of our editorial, marketing, and sales departments, we consistently produce award-winning content and provide our students with invaluable professional experience. The success of the Pitt News comes from our students, and we are proud of the legacy we have created for over 100 years.
Thanks for tuning back in to Pitt to the Point. Happy to watch a story today that piques your curiosity? Want to find out more about what's going on in Pittsburgh? Visit our website.
That's right. If you want to find out more about the world of politics, medicine, business, technology, and more, log on to pitttothepoint.com. Not only can you see clips from today's show, but you can also read about the topics that interest you and more. Check it out at pitttothepoint.com.
Whether it's at Acrisure Stadium, Fitzgerald Fieldhouse, Trees Hall, Ambrose Urbay Field for soccer, Charles L. Cost Field for baseball, Burnaby and Field for softball, or the Peterson Event Center for basketball, going to any Pitt sports event is always a blast.
But there's something very different and very special at all the Pitt men's basketball games. Our Pitt to the Point's Pitt sports reporter, Grace Lombardo, has more. Grace?
Whether you're a longtime or season ticket holder or a brand new freshman at the University of Pittsburgh, going to a basketball game at the Peterson Event Center is always a wild and fun experience. It's been 24 years and 1 month ago that the Oakland Zoo was made and a Pitt basketball game took place there. Matt Cohen, Zach Hale, and Steve Bruno came up with the idea of a wild and wacky student section at Pitt's home basketball games. I remember the first Pitt basketball game I attended in November 2022, my freshman year, and being in the zoo was an unforgettable experience. And now every time I'm with ACC Network working at Pitt basketball game, I always have great memories of watching the zoo. Risa, Natalie.
So, Grace, we were wondering, how do you think the Oakland Zoo will continue to expand across the Pitt community in future years?
I think it's really great. They just opened up auditions for new zoo members, so I think it's going to be really great to see the expansion of the zoo and their student life in the next coming years.
Thanks, Grace. All of us here at Pitt to the Point are really fortunate to get to do what we love, broadcast.
Long before Pitt to the Point, the University of Pittsburgh had WPTS radio station. WPTS is as strong as ever with great music, terrific shows, and excellent sports coverage of our Pitt teams.
With more on WPTS, here's our Pitt to the Point city sports reporter, Katie Pearson. Katie?
All of these sports fans have their favorite play-by-play and color analyst broadcasters. It could be Bill Hillgrove, the voice of Pitt sports, or Rob King, the play-by-play for the Steelers, or my personal favorite, Mike Lang of the Pittsburgh Penguins, who recently passed away. Almost all the great sports broadcasters get their start in a place you might not expect, their college radio stations. And even then, they may be pretty far removed from sports. This week's Clubbing at Pitt segment takes us to WPTS Radio.
At the University of Pittsburgh, there are many clubs that you can join. Today, I decided to visit WPTS Radio, the university's very own radio station, located on the 4th floor of the William Pitt Union. Hey guys, it's Kay, and I'm here at WPTS Radio. Come on in. Founded on August 26, 1984, WPTS Radio is an educational, non-commercial FM station operated by Pitt students. Over time, WPTS Radio has established itself as one of the major college radio stations in the U.S. WPTS Radio is an important outlet in the Pittsburgh market for alternative music. When I arrived at WPTS, I asked to speak with a few students to get some insights on what it's like working here.
Hi, my name is Michaela Albers. I am a sophomore here at Pitt, and I am currently the news director here at WPTS Radio. I got started with the station my first semester of freshman year, and then my second semester I became the assistant news director, and afterwards this year I became the news director. I really like working here at WPTS Radio because the environment is super friendly. It's a great place to chill and meet new people and talk about music, which is awesome. There's so many different people with so many different tastes and things that they like to do, and there's so many different opportunities as well to get involved.
Walking around the different studio setups at WPTS Radio was super exciting. Did you know? They have a total of 3 studios.
I definitely recommend this place for a lot of people who are even just looking for a place to study or hang out. You know, the nice thing about working here is that there's different levels of commitment. You can commit as much time as you feel is necessary. So even if you just want to come around and hang out, it's a perfect place for that.
If you're wanting to join a club that's fun and exciting, WPTS Radio might be your place.
I like working here because all the people are so nice and kind, and it's great to be in a creative, wonderful, amazing work environment.
WPTS has been a springboard for a number of professional careers, including 2 of my former classmates, Nick Faribault, who now works for the Steelers in media, to Jamie Ely, a WTOV reporter, to Alexander Randall, the first African-American to do TV play-by-play for the Ontario Hockey League. In fact, we have quite a few students who are currently in Pitt to the Point who are very active in WPTS radio here at Pitt. No doubt they are starting in the right place for a great career. Morgan, Risa.
Thanks, Katie. So speaking of play-by-play and color analyst broadcasters, do you have a favorite?
So I am very partial to Mike Lang. I think he always did a great job. He gave me inspiration to try my hand at color analyst for ACC Network for wrestling, and it's been a really great experience to learn a new way of storytelling.
Thank you, Katie.
When we come back, the Pitt Dance Marathon has become renowned throughout the country. We'll take an inside look at how that's happened.
When it comes to making movies at Pitt, Scene is the place to be. We'll tell you why.
And we'll introduce you to some of our most valuable professors. I can already hear the chants coming from the production group. MVP, MVP.
You have to throw caution to the wind. Know you're capable.
There's possible,
The University of Pittsburgh.
and then there's our kind of possible. The kind that changes the face of medicine, tech, and learning.
It might have been called a miracle.
Because when we say it's possible at Pitt, we mean it. And the proof is in the people. Like Rachel Fairbanks, our top of the class and top of the game athlete of the year, who's serving nothing but excellence. Fulbrights, we're full of them. From BB to Jasmine to the next 250, including 10 in the past year alone.
It's really part of that bolstering of our global reputation.
Possible lives inside everyone at Pitt, from every corner of every campus. Like the McGowan Institute, where they are rethinking, researching, and completely revolutionizing how the body heals through a novel approach to regenerative medicine. All led by visionaries like Dr. Chandan Sen.
You can generate tissue types without using stem cells. And now we know that it's possible. That will completely change the paradigm of healthcare.
Our kind of possible paves the way through selfless action and giving.
We all come together with a shared goal of giving today to transform tomorrow.
Ever see 11,000 Proud fuel this much opportunity in 24 hours? We have. And you're about to see it too. In the progress all around you. As our people continue to bring our vision and our promise to life. In newer, bigger, and bolder ways. It's possible at Pitt.
Someone a long time ago had an idea that we could change the way we do things. What if you had over 30,000 big thinkers and believers behind you and $1 billion in research to make it happen? With a will that never quits in a city connected to everything. Well, you'd probably find yourself doing something truly incredible.
Welcome to the Pitt News, the University of Pittsburgh's daily student newspaper. Through the collaboration of our editorial, marketing, and sales departments, we consistently produce award-winning content and provide our students with invaluable professional experience. The success of the Pitt News comes from our students, and we are proud of the legacy we have created for over 100 years.
Welcome back to Pitt to the Point.
The show has flown by today, but don't fret, we will be right back with you next week at the same time, and the week after that, and the week after that.
Pitt to the Point airs every Friday morning at 8 a.m. on the amazing University of Pittsburgh website, the Pitt to the Point website, and YouTube channel. You can also find a tape version of the show on Pittsburgh's CBS Ed, which is KDKA's streaming platform, on Saturday at noon.
And we're excited to say you can also catch a re-airing of today's Pitt to the Point in Philadelphia every Saturday at 12 noon on CBS Philadelphia's streaming platform.
Believe it or not, there's actually someone who makes us get up at an ungodly hour every Friday.
No, it's not our alarm clock, nor is it an annoying roommate. It's our Pitt to the Point professor, Kevin Smith.
This class, Pitt to the Point, starts at 6:30 a.m. And as Professor Kevin Smith says, if you're 5 minutes early, you're already late. And for that, we couldn't be happier.
Here's a look at what we have to deal with, get to do with one of our most valuable professors.
So we'll start with them with rehearsals in about 8 minutes.
Kevin Michael Smith teaches a number of courses at the University of Pittsburgh. He is also the school's Director of Undergraduate Studies for Broadcasting.
All right. My name is Kevin Michael Smith, Kevin M. Smith. I'm the Director of Undergraduate Studies and Broadcasting and Teaching Professor at the University of Pittsburgh, which means my job is to design all the broadcast curriculum at the University of Pittsburgh.
Kevin has worked across multiple formats: feature films, TV, sitcoms, scripted reality, and even stage plays. As a former television producer, writer, and anchor for WTAE TV, he has covered major events and earned multiple awards.
Yeah, I've had a long, interesting career from radio in New York City, Z100 radio station in the morning zoo, to I was actually on a sitcom on CBS back in the late 80s, I think, to, as you said, newspaper writing, producing at a TV station, executive producer, on-air reporter, on-air anchor, to writing feature films, to producing TV shows, and even stage plays. The number one thing that's consistent with every single thing I've done is storytelling. And everything that you do is about telling story. And it just depends on the milieu that you're using at the time, on the technique of which you're telling a story. But it always comes down to storytelling. And how do you get people interested in whatever you're discussing, and how does it relate to them? So that's the number one thing.
In addition to teaching, Kevin has designed and implemented the broadcast curriculum at Pitt.
That's the way I think of approaching it, almost as a feature package to tell a story like that. What I really love about teaching at Pitt are the students. The one thing about it is, I'm older than dirt. Actually, I remember when dirt was a rock. But that being said, I still learn from the students. It's another generation. Your generation is so much more savvy technically than my generation. More so than anything, I love watching the students' success. More so, I've had plenty of success, and I'm sure I'll have more. But to see the students realize what they're capable of, and then going far beyond what they believe they can do, that to me is the best part of teaching, and that's what I enjoy the most at Pitt.
After you've been a student here for a few years, you actually start repeating many of his Pittisms, like a pat on the back is only 2 inches away from a kick in the ass.
Or much once more.
Or one of my favorites, if a toad had wings, it wouldn't bump its ass when it jumps. The scary part is, everything he says is starting to make sense.
A special shout out to two of our Pitt to the Point classmates, Natalie Silverman and Max Dansky, who produced that fun feature.
One of the unique segments that makes Pitt to the Point special is each week we're joined live by our college and high school partners.
Currently, there are 5 high schools across the Commonwealth that have adopted the University of Pittsburgh's Broadcast One curriculum. In addition to implementing our Broadcast One curriculum, our 5 college and high school partners joined Pitt to the Point with 200 student anchors. They introduce a feature about their school and their community.
Here's a look at our wonderful college and high school partners. Montreux High School, Riverside High School, Lancaster Catholic High School, Westchester East High School in Philly, and Henderson High School in Philly.
Hi, this is Henderson High School with Westchester Area School District.
One thing I like about this class is the field trips and getting to see how the TV studios work.
I like this class because I get to learn about all the broadcasting stuff and learning how to work the cameras.
I like learning how to work the cameras and getting to shoot sports.
I like how everything is hands-on and learning.
Pretty much the same thing there. I like how I can be creative and I can create whatever I want, really.
We produce media for HHS TV. Thank you so much, Pitt, for having us.
We're crafty, we're cool, and we inform our school. Introducing the Lancaster Catholic Broadcasting Team.
We're a mix of juniors and seniors that make only the best content.
We better see our crew creator. What?
Seriously though, we all have different talents, but we come together because film is our passion.
If you're looking for a good story and tons of fun, you're at the right place. Come check us out.
All right, this is the Westchester East Broadcasting and Journalism class. EASC! EASC! EASC!
This is Westchester East 5th period broadcast journalism class.
Whoop yeah, whoop yeah, whoop yeah, whoop yeah. Go East!
A very special thank you to the amazing broadcast teachers at each of our college and high school partners. Gina Liguri at Monter High School, Christiani at Riverside High School,
John Gallo at Westchester East High School, Alicia Ritz at Henderson High School, and Jeff Stolzfus at Lancaster Catholic High School. We love having you as a part of Get to the Point.
Here's a neat tidbit for you. Way back in 1992, during a strike by delivery drivers, the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette newspaper employed town criers to read the news aloud in Pittsburgh's Market Square.
That gave Market Square a 1700s look. Now there's a $15 million plan to renovate Market Square and improve its 2025 look. Our Pitt to the Point City Beat reporter Olivia McDonald produced this feature on the upcoming Market Square makeover.
With the new approval of Market Square's renovations, many businesses and restaurants have many different thoughts about what will happen come April 1st. This renovation is a part of Governor Josh Shapiro's $62 million investment and 10-year plan to give downtown Pittsburgh a makeover.
I think it'll be great for businesses around here. I think there's already a lot of foot traffic as it is, being in the center of the city. New installation of, the Market Square and what they're doing. I think it's going to be really, really good, and we're going to be even busier. And hopefully this could be a spot just like the North Shore, the Strip District, Lawrenceville, where people come to hang out, have fun on their off days, and enjoy their time in the city.
I don't think it will affect our business because we are established and we have been in Market Square for the last decade. I think some other newer businesses may suffer, but I'm trying to stay positive. I don't think it'll hurt business now that they're keeping part of the square open. I do think there are other priorities in Market Square regarding safety and security that they should probably take a look at, but we'll see.
I would think that it would have a greatly positive effect on the city. Market Square is definitely one of the places where, it's a vital part of downtown. And I think it's important that, that they're doing this, for Market Square, and all the businesses are hopefully going to benefit from this project. So I definitely think with all the foot traffic that already comes in before the renovations, I think with the renovations up and coming, hopefully we have even more foot traffic, even more popularity with Market Square, because it is a great place to come, whether it's with friends or family. So hopefully this new project they're having, I think it's going to be great for us, and hopefully a lot more people in the door for us that, that love golf and, love to have a good time.
Market Square still hosts a variety of activities such as farmers markets, live music, and yoga sessions. Due to the upcoming renovations, the People's Gas Holiday Market, which typically runs from late November through December, may be affected in 2025.
Other winter events are planned in the area, like the Pittsburgh Winter Wine Fest, which is scheduled from February 27th to March 2nd, 2025. This indoor festival features over 150 varieties of wines, seltzers, ciders, beers, and cocktails, along with live entertainment.
That sounds really fun. For the most current information on Market Square events during the renovation period, check out the Pittsburgh Downtown Partnership's official website. College definitely goes by in the blink of an eye. For many students, The biggest day of their lives just happened a couple months ago.
And there's a saying, much wants more. If you're a film studies student at Pitt, you definitely want more. We'll explain why when we come back.
Part of the University of Pittsburgh is the Cathedral of Learning.
There's a lot you can say about this place. Gritty? Well, we prefer tough. Resilient. Innovative, of course. We are part of the city that built the backbone of America, and now we're making it bend and flex in every which way.
Your time at Pitt has also prepared you for what is possible.
But there's one thing you can't deny. When the world needs something, we find a way to give it to them. Whether that's defeating a crippling disease,
Salt's exhausting labor that paid off,
or fighting off the world's next life-threatening illness, we focus our eyes and attention on the ones who need us most, day in and far out.
Pittsburgh Panthers are the National Collegiate Champions.
So the question we have to deal with is, can we work and build together even when we're different?
All this comes naturally when you've built a foundation on community in a city that feels more like a family at a time when there's basically no other choice. So yeah, there's a lot you can say about this place. But this is what we know. We know that we've earned more than $1 billion in research funding just this year alone. We know that we're breaking ground for more groundbreaking innovation. We know that if you throw a problem our way, we'll do the work to solve it.
You are here, standing, greeted by the end of one journey and the beginning of the next.
We know that it's possible at Pitt.
There is no patent. Could you patent the sun?
Someone a long time ago had an idea that we could change the way we do things. What if you had over 30,000 big thinkers and believers behind you and $1 billion in research to make it happen? With a will that never quits in a city connected to everything. Well, you'd probably find yourself doing something truly incredible.
Approximately 4,900 faculty members here at the University of Pittsburgh campus in Oakland. And I have to tell you, Morgan, I really think I got the best professors here on campus.
I was thinking the same thing, Priscilla. I'm always amazed at what the professors here are capable of doing. Our Pitt to the Point City Beat reporter, Olivia McDonald, has more on the film media studies professor at Pitt that shows us the world through a beautiful lens. Olivia?
Thanks, Morgan Marisa. When you think of the city of Pittsburgh, the things that come to mind are the three rivers, Mount Washington, and the view of the city and its architecture when you drive through the Fort Pitt Tunnel. But there's even more beauty to Pittsburgh that many people don't notice. University of Pittsburgh Film and Media Studies professor Sarah Moore uses her incredible talent as a filmmaker to show us an unforgettable view of the city of Pittsburgh. That's why Professor Sarah Moore is the subject of our Most Valuable Professor feature.
Yeah, so my name is Sarah Moore, and I am a teaching assistant professor in the Film and Media Studies program. Last year, I had 2 shows, one in Braddock at the space called Unsmoke Art Space, and that was a 10-screen video installation about a rewilded golf course near my house. And I have another show up right now at the University Art Gallery here on Pitt's campus called Rewilding, that is a continuation of that project, it's a video installation, and the videos are all made at rewilded golf courses around the eastern US. So rewilding, which is a movement and a topic that exists all over the world, and people are working on the rewilding movement kind of everywhere. And so people's definition kind of varies a little bit. I think of rewilding as taking spaces that used to be controlled by humans or used by humans for industry or for commercialism, and those spaces have been given back to nature. I live across the street from a rewilded golf course, which is what got me started on all of my current work. I go there every single day with my dogs and walk. It's 150 acres, so it's pretty sprawling, but I've also seen probably all of it at this point multiple times throughout multiple seasons. That's the main thing that inspires me now. The content of my work has always involved landscape or nature in some way, partly because I grew up in South Dakota and I had a lot of land and nature and space around me, and I lived out west. I was using landscapes and natural elements as kind of a metaphor for a really long time about familial things or personal things or loneliness or any sort of like emotional topic that I was handling. When I moved to Pittsburgh, I wasn't surrounded by the same types of landscapes that I was used to and the same spaces that I was used to, so I started focusing more on kind of smaller spaces around Pittsburgh, and that led me to the project that I'm working on now. I mean, it's different being able to represent the real through a lens, through a camera. You're capturing something in the real world and you're kind of telling a quote-unquote truth about the world through the lens. We need art. We need things that entertain us. We need things that make us feel things. We need things that make us see the world in a different way. We need art to tell stories that we wouldn't normally encounter. I mean, without art or, even beauty, it would be a really, really, really bad world.
Seeing that makes me want to take a stroll there on a nice sunny day. That lovely feature was produced by Bryn Borowski, one of our talented Pitt students in Lisa Johnson's Human Interest Stories for Broadcasting class. For Pitt to the Point, I'm City Beat reporter Olivia McDonald. Morgan, Risa?
So Olivia, do you have a favorite part of Pitt or Pittsburgh?
You know what, I have to say, my favorite thing about Pittsburgh is driving out of the Fort Pitt Tunnel and seeing the city, especially at night. I think the view is just so amazing. Morgan, Risa?
I absolutely agree with you, Olivia. Thank you.
For the seniors here at the University of Pittsburgh, there's only 53 more days until graduation.
This year's spring commencement is on May 4th, and it will be held at PPG Paints Arena. Quite a few Pitt students will be walking for the first time, despite having already graduated this past December.
Here's a look at this past winter's commencement, thanks to Jamoke Davis and the University of Pittsburgh's award-winning communications department.
Here we go! I am so relieved and just thankful and grateful to so many people that I'm standing here today. I'm just excited to see what they accomplish.
I'm real proud of her. It feels awesome. Our family are not here, but thankfully we're doing it together.
Yes.
Everything you need for success is already within you.
So don't worry if you don't have it all figured out yet.
It's such a great leap. It also feels a little scary.
I mean, it's just surreal.
It's been a long time coming.
It was a great experience. The things they showed up at the end, singing Sweet Caroline, because that's her name.
It's just kind of inspiring seeing how far she's come in these past 4 years at Pitt.
To see my mother go back to school was incredible. She deserves this moment.
Please know that you can always come back home here at the University of Pittsburgh.
One of the great things about the clubs, sororities, fraternities, and organizations at Pitt is the amount of charity work each of them does throughout the year.
And at the University of Pittsburgh, there's no bigger club than PDM, which is the Pitt Dance Marathon. All the other organizations, frats, sororities, and clubs band together to make that event truly special.
With more on PDM, let's go to our Pitt Beat reporter, Sabrina Bunsa. Sabrina?
Thank you, Risa and Morgan. Last year, the Pitt Dance Marathon was recognized as the winner of the 2024 Marathon Programming Award. PDM earned that distinction through their intentional event planning and execution that focused on participants' experience. In 2023, PDM won the Stewardship Award, which recognizes a program that demonstrates outstanding recognition, engagement, and retention efforts toward a specific audience. That year, PDM once again excelled in their stewardship of both internal and external audiences. It's safe to say that the Pitt Dance Marathon not only wins a ton of awards, it also saves countless lives.
Imagine hundreds of students coming together, dancing for hours, not only for fun, but to make a difference. As the University of Pittsburgh's largest student-run philanthropy, Pitt Dance Marathon is more than an event, it's a movement.
So my name is Claire Emch, and I am the president of Pitt Dance Marathon this year.
My name is Paris Keegan, and I'm the director of recruitment for Pitt Dance Marathon.
Pitt Dance Marathon is the largest student-run philanthropy on Pitt's campus. We have been a student organization for the past 10 years, and in that time we have raised over $2 million for the Children's Hospital of Pittsburgh Foundation. Every week we hold our general body meetings for our staff, chairs, and directors. We all meet together for about an hour on Tuesday nights, and we talk about a bunch of different things. So this week we mainly talked about our upcoming registration week, and we also talked about our spring push day.
Our Reg Week is going to be the very first week of February. Our campaign is going to be The Future Starts With You, connecting to our overall year campaign, The Future Starts With Us, for PDM 10, for our 10th year as a student organization. Our goal is to get as many students on Pitt's campus involved as possible and get them connected with our cause and ready to fundraise and kickstart the next couple weeks until our day of event at the end of March.
So Day of this year is, that's our main event for Pitt Dance Marathon. It is a 10-hour dance marathon that takes place in the Charles L. Cost Center on Upper Campus. And this year it takes place on Saturday, March 29th from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. I'm always excited for the performers. We have lots of student orgs come and perform for us. As they fundraise throughout the year, we like to steward them and honor them at Day of however we can. I also love, we always have inflatables and lawn games. We also do crafts. With our Miracle Kids, we make posters with their names on it to make them feel super welcome. So honestly, all the interactive parts are my favorite.
People should get involved with PDM to do something that's bigger than themselves, get involved with the community, and overall just help out the Children's Hospital. We have multiple different benefits of PDM. One being you can get service hours, just get involved with your community. We also would like to showcase any organizations at our event and thank them for being a part of helping us reach that grand total at the end of the year.
This year's Pitt Dance Marathon is on March 29th. Festivities during the 10-hour marathon take place in the Cost Center on the University of Pittsburgh's campus. And if you can't make it to the Cost Center, you can still make a difference that day. The entire Pitt Dance Marathon will be live streamed by the University of Pittsburgh Broadcast Club. And you can watch and contribute at www.pitttothepoint.com. From Pitt to the Point, I'm your Pitt Beat reporter, Sabrina Bunsa. Risa, Morgan.
Thanks, Sabrina. So I know you are well involved in PDM. So what has that been like for you? What have been your favorite moments so far?
The whole contribution of fundraising has been a big deal in my sorority, Chi Omega. And I just love the experience and everyone coming together to support this organization. It means a lot to me.
Thank you so much. It's all about being seen when it comes to Hollywood. It just so happens it's the same for many Pitt Film and Media Studies students.
And when we come back, we will let you in on one of the best kept secrets of the campus.
We wear it with pride. Shout it from podiums.
Hail to Pitt. Hail to Pitt.
And prove it out time and time again. It's possible at Pitt. Now we have an opportunity to give these words even deeper meaning by making Pitt possible for all. Because it's not enough to just welcome one of the largest first-year classes in university history. We must ensure that every student from any background has every opportunity to pursue whatever they want to pursue. Thankfully, there's a plan in place to increase access and affordability and eliminate financial barriers for students in need, to help more upper-class students reach the finish line when they meet unseen hurdles, to go dollar for dollar, matching federal Pell Grants to the tune of more than 139 million big ones, to continue opening doors and kickstarting careers, to expand our programs, enhance our support systems, and meet our students where they are, literally, online, in the workforce, and on multiple platforms. Possibility is what drives us, but let's not forget, students are what make us. They are the ones at the center of our mission. They are the ones who will meet the world's needs. We are the ones who can make their possible, possible.
Welcome to the Pitt News, the University of Pittsburgh's daily student newspaper. Through the collaboration of our editorial, marketing, and sales departments, we consistently produce award-winning content and provide our students with invaluable professional experience. The success of the Pitt News comes from our students, and we are proud of the legacy we have created for over 100 years.
There is no patent. Could you patent the sun?
Someone a long time ago had an idea that we could change the way we do things. What if you had over 30,000 big thinkers and believers behind you and $1 billion in research to make it happen? With a will that never quits in a city connected to everything. Well, you'd probably find yourself doing something truly incredible.
Well, if for some weird reason you miss a segment from Pitt to the Point or miss the show altogether, don't fret, we've got a website for that. The Pitt to the Point website, pittothepoint.com, has all of your favorite stories, from politics to sports to entertainment, plus plenty more.
On top of that, we also have exclusive articles from your favorite Pitt to the Point personalities. Go check out the website today. One thing college students love to do is to watch films, whenever they get the chance.
I think it's safe to say that our Pitt to the Point entertainment reporter, Natalie Silverman, is a film connoisseur. We couldn't think of a better person to introduce you to one of the 800 plus clubs here at the University of Pittsburgh. Natalie?
Thanks, Risa. Well, they call themselves Scene at Pitt, but that's SCENE. It's a club comprised of many of Pitt's film and media studies students. These students connect with film industry professionals, work on film projects together, and many of them either intern at Lionsgate Films in LA, or spend a semester abroad studying film at the Derek Jarman Lab in Bloomsbury, London. And this is all part of our Pitt in LA and Pitt in London programs. Here's Scene at Pitt.
Way back in the spring of 2002, Hollywood screenwriter, producer, and Pitt professor Carl Kurlander worked with film exec, producer, and Pittsburgh native Bernie Goldman to start Pitt in Hollywood, a student org with the goal of connecting film students with industry professionals and opportunities. Now, over 20 years later, this club goes by SCENE for Steel City Entertainment Networking Entity.
SCENE, I would explain it as a one-stop shop for networking opportunities with other students, with like an environment to get your hands on equipment, to meet other people from disciplines that are related to film. So you might meet film majors, but you also might meet music majors, people in design, people in business. One of my biggest hang-ups historically as a film major at Pitt is insecurity or fear that I won't know enough people to build a crew, or I won't have enough connections to draw on, and SCENE gives you that and more. If you're a dues-paying member, you get access to like a Rolodex of contacts that we all just kind of compile based on our different work or internship experiences.
Dues-paying members also receive access to the extensive collection of quality film equipment that SCENE has built over the years, worth thousands of dollars.
Access to equipment is really important because you feel like you're fighting for it at Hillman. The fact that you also get it through Scene is really helpful, and the fact that you have really capable tech directors who can explain to you how everything works and can sort of help you along from the perspective of another student.
Luckily, all Pitt students can get involved with Scene at any time.
If you look at our Instagram page, you know when the next UBM will be, and to show up to one meeting you don't have to pay anything, you don't have to be a dues paying member just to show up, but you can really feel out the vibe pretty easily.
Keeping up membership and dues is essential to supporting this valuable resource.
Our funding sometimes dips, which sometimes impedes like our ability to either provide equipment or to sort of fund more extracurricular opportunities. Maintaining morale and maintaining the motivation to come out and be with the group can be a bit hard, and understandably so.
If you're even adjacent to film and media, whether it be a passion or a future career, there's really just one thing left to do.
Come join Scene. It's a great place to be, and there's just always something for everyone.
Well, the Academy Awards were just last weekend, and that reminds me that 2 years ago, one of the Scene Club members, Aditya Sridhar, was actually on stage at the Oscars, assisting with the presenting of the Oscar to Michelle Yeoh, who started Everything Everywhere All at Once, the film's Best Picture award. Maybe, just maybe, another Scene Club member will be back on the stage at the Oscars sometime soon. With Pitt to the Point, I'm your entertainment reporter, Natalie Silverman. Morgan, Risa? Thanks, Natalie. So we were wondering, what do you think of this club? So I am a film media studies major. I'm not in the club, but it sounds really great. I love films. I love the Oscars and all award ceremonies. So I'm sure I would love this club. Everyone I know that's in it has a good time. So I don't know. Go Scene. Go film majors though, mostly. Thanks so much, Natalie.
Every university and college has that one hangout place that everyone remembers and loves long after they've graduated and moved on.
At Pitt, that place is Nordy's Place, named after Mark A. Nordenberg, who served as the university's chancellor from 1996 to 2014.
Located on the lower level of the William Pitt Union, Nordy's Place has everything from big screens to watch a game, pool tables, ping pong, board games, a snack bar, a lounge for commuting students, and even a stage for shows, karaoke, or other performances.
Natalie Fogel edited a Pitt in the Wild feature that gives us a unique soundscape look at Nordy's Place.
Always something going on in Nordy's Place. Me, I'm all about ping pong.
Well, I'm all about popcorn.
Well, Morgan, it's been really fun anchoring Pitt to the Point with you these past 3 weeks.
I can't believe it's over, Rusa, but we can't wait for you to meet our next anchors, Demi Bauer and Olivia McDonald.
The people watching at home or at work, or our friends and classmates at school see us and other on-air reporters. What they don't see are our incredible classmates who give everything they've got behind the scenes to get this show on the air.
It's been a pleasure bringing you the latest stories from the University of Pittsburgh, the City of Pittsburgh, and beyond. Thank you for tuning in to Pitt to the Point.